I see them coming from afar. Twin power, so we not preach no war. Love we a deal with star. Send this cross the world, people, check this. That one your name, why? Why? I say why? Why? Say from the mans them no clean, them heart it no pure. Them just not gonna make it to cross the seashore. No come tell me about no gun bang, no man skull the board. Them the kind of thing me no want hear no more. Them mans them no clean, them heart it no. I see them coming from afar.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Loving the vibe, loving the vibe, loving the vibe. Next we have on our list the one and only General GT. We are talking about some 90s sounds. It is the 90s sound that's going on here. Well, some people may say that's when the best music came on the scene, reggae music that is. But we are going to be vibing with General GT in no time. Keep it locked, okay? Right here. Empress Rose coming to you live from the Music Lab on this one-on-one music review show.
Tell them steady in power seat, four corners of the earth. That song you have to reach. Too much war going down in the Middle East. Them turn the people in a monster, sell lion and base. Say why them get up and study every day. Them not think about life, them not deal with liberty. Them only thinking about them nuclear bombs and rare. But according to them work, I saw them get pay. So leave them to time and them judgment there. Tell them to stop lead the youth, them astray. Look how much innocent life with them slave cover half Jaja earth. With them blood stain every day. Them hands them no clean, them heart it no pure. Them just not gonna make it to cross the seashore. No come tell me about no gun bang, no man skull the board. Them the kind of thing me no want hear no more. Them hands them no clean, them heart it no pure. Them just not gonna make it to cross the seashore. No come tell me about no gun bang, no man skull the board. Them the thing me no want hear no more. When them a go sister Jaja coming is near and up sign and wonders a showing at the air. Wicked Babylon a go and let them control round here. I tell no either when the signs them clear. I go and like the Almighty Judge them no fear. Every day them get up, so them a send check up here eat it up between Iran and US. Right now them have the whole world under check. Carol War 3 and knock one with doorstep. We don't know the minute, it's the night and the hour. A innocent life them come to devour. I just them nuclear bombs, me see them a treasure. Boy, them hands them no clean, them heart it no pure. Just not gonna make it to cross the seashore. No come tell me about no gun bomb, no man skull before. Them the kind of thing me no want hear no more. Them hands them no clean, them heart it no pure. Just not gonna make it to cross the seashore. No come tell me about no gun bomb, no man skull before. Them the thing me no want hear no more. Russia, Iran, Israel, America, a nuclear power when me see them a treasure. Me tell them straight up that's not the answer. Them a use trade war to mash up China. Listen keenly, love is the answer. That one ya goes out to all world leader. No matter which part of the world you come from. Listen keenly, not to the general song. Me say fi lock up on no gun shop. Right now, me say lock up on no gun shop. Me want the killing and the murder and brutality to stop. So lock up on no gun shop.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, okay, when we're talking about reality, when we're talking about songs that exhumes passion and what exactly is transpired in today's events in our communities and across the world, this is it right here. We are talking about General GT. The name of the song is Hands Not Clean. And we have in studio General GT. General GT, how are you?
Yeah, man, I'm doing great, you know. Doing great.
You're doing great.
Wonderful afternoon in Kingston, Jamaica, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
Giving thanks for life, regardless what's happening on a wide scale.
And that's for sure. Listen, I tell you, we appreciate you. I must tell you, I appreciate you actually, you know, coming in and gracing our stage and actually this interview to tell our audience about what's going on in your world as well. I'd like to touch bases with, you know, our artists to find out, especially within these times, there's so much going on, exactly what's going on right now in your world. So we are playing Hands Not Clean in the background, okay? I'm loving the song. I'm loving the song itself. You want to tell me about the message itself? I love the message, or the message that I'm hearing I love. So not necessarily tell me about the message, since I do understand. I do think my audience already as well love the message, because we have a few persons that have actually tapped in and have a few questions that they have sent for me to ask you as well.
Yeah.
Okay? So we already are kind of equipped in terms of the message itself, but could you tell me what transpired to you writing this song?
Well, this song, you know how this song really came about, It was one Sunday morning. I was on my 9 to 5 job. And it's way back from 2011. I was listening to a program running Africa and ISM, And the host, Anja Williams, who changed her name to African. I remember the African name that she had. But he was talking to some leaders from across the continent,
Yes.
And they were mentioning about struggling and stuff that face different countries in Africa and the whole land, When I listened to what they were saying, and after the program completed, I just get the punchline just came up from nowhere and not clean, and I just sit there for about half an hour and start to meditate and watch the minutes back and what they were saying, and that's what the song came about.
Wow. Well, I must tell you, when we're talking about songs with relevance, did I hear you clearly that this track was recorded back in 2011?
No, it did not record it in 2011. I penned the lyrics from 2011.
Oh.
And just to let the listeners know who are listening, when I write it now, there was a producer guy by the name of Bantan who used to be a part of the Element Group. He gave me a rhythm, and I demoed the track, and he said that he liked it and decided to record it for him. It so happened that every time I go to the studio to do the recording, it never manifests. You know what I mean? Up till now, I still has the rhythm that he gave me, and he didn't record it for him. So about in 20, I think it was 2019. Yeah, in 2019, a gentleman who have a label by the name of Simple said to me that GT, you don't have a production doing from the longest while from Sugarmine in my life. And I have some guy recorded on the rhythm, but being as your thing is moving good and they're getting a lot of traction over in African West places. Would you like to hear the beat? And I said, send it, come give me. Send the beat, come give me. I think it was a Thursday night. And when he sent the beat, within half an hour I listened to the beat, I called him back and said, I have a song right long time can fit the beat. And he said, you're serious? I said, yes. I said, book this to the time. I read the voice and I booked this to the time the following Monday. I will go and the rest is history,
Wow. So what year was this recorded?
So the song was officially recorded in 2019.
2019?
Yes, 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But, still relevant. That's the importance of a good production in terms of whether it be through writing or whether it be through the entire production. The message is the same. Am I correct that the message is relevant even as today?
Yeah, man. This message in this song will always be relevant because I know the whole entire world is in trouble right now. And a song like those are like, wow, it's like building block for people who are going to deal with life struggles, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Overall, as time gets rougher in Babylon and in the Gideon, these songs will always get more powerful and fun. That is the strength about my music, that I'm trying to bring forth to the forefront, I'm bringing songs with more longevity where people can go through their daily struggles and look up to, because this song, I have it on my N1N profile, but it's #1 music. And I can tell you the feedback that I get for it. You know what I mean? It's just last week it was #9 and their top 10 chart,
Right. Nice.
So it's getting a lot of traction.
Okay, love it. As we talk about songs of relevance, I am going to jump to one of your other tunes and we'll be right back with more questions.
Okay.
Alright, it. Tell them say the Mexican and general I do it. The one that come to control the street. You see it? Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Me don't want me car yet, me travel on bus. Me take taxi sometime, I know the fear thing rough. When me fi come on your stage show, man I go show up. Me now watch the face come, me know me soon bus. When money start run, me can drive me Lexus. I the new Q7 where the DACA drive up. Me aim in a life is to stay focused, just one step at a time. Me no in and no rush. Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the alright, kid. Tell them say the Mexican and general I do it. That one I come to control the shit. You see it? Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Alright, kid. Tell them say the Mexican and general I do it. That one I come to control the shit. You see it? Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Me don't want me car yet, me travel on bus. Me take taxi sometime, I know the fear thing rough. When me fi come on your stage show, man I go show up. Me now watch the face come, me know me soon bus. When money start run, me can drive me Lexus. I the new Q7 where the DACA drive up. Me aim in a life is to stay focused, just one step at a time. Me no in and no rush. Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Easy squeeze, me say don't make no rush. Listen to the lyrics for the general touch. Some money man I go make me I tell them that. Me tell them little by little man I go right to the top. Me touch the billboard, me want to achieve that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I had to pull that song up. What I do, pull it up. That if you, what they say, if it's nice, you pull it up one time. If it's very nice, you pull it up 2 or 3 times. And so I pulled it up 3 times, so you don't know what that means. So that's what it means here on the One-on-One Music Review Show. And so I want to big up Dre and Kirk out of Gambia, who sent me a message and said, please pull up that song. They're loving the sound of it. So, General GT, you have some fans in Gambia, man.
Yeah, man, a lot of fans, man, and a lot of DJs, you know. General GT gets called from Gambia 24/7, you know. Gambia is like Kingston to the family, you know what I mean?
Yes, so for persons who have never been
the most fan base on the continent overall in Gambia.
Yes, some people may refer to it as the dancehall capital as well. Gambia is definitely like living in Kingston. So if you have never taken a trip, if you have never had a trip to the continent, go out and check out Gambia. It's considered the dancehall capital of Jamaica. Okay. So Easy Squeeze, this has a 90s feel to this song. Was this song recorded in the 90s, or is it that you still have that persona, that 90s persona in terms of recording?
No, it wasn't recorded in the 90s. This song recorded in 2000. You know?
Well, I'm telling you, this definitely got a 90s feel going on.
As I said, it is a compilation with 10 other artists on the beat.
Nice.
9 other artists different. We even have an artist from Ghana on the beat. Who go by the name Empress Rose, a female, you know?
Yeah.
And I want to tell you that this rhythm gets a lot of play over there in Europe and in the UK. They have this guy who play the rhythm every single week. Would you attribute
the playing or the love of this track, that's the fact that it has a 90s feel to it, sound to it?
Well, first and foremost, this song wasn't even right for the beat, so to speak.
Right.
General GT, too, I'm a cultural type artist. I always build my lyrics. So when I hear rhythm, it's very easily to adjust to the rhythm, because when I get the rhythm from the producer in Mexico, and I said to him, so wow, I love it. So I feel like you can write for it. I said, write for it. I'm going to voice it now. I was chanting that lyrics a long time. Please don't make no to the lyrics of the general. So I got the bounce off the beat. I said, yeah, 1, 2. I easy sitting around that, you know. So Easy Squeeze is the second song that Vice and the rhythm. The first song Vice was Mixed song from Ghana. And then Easy Squeeze.
Nice.
All these songs that you're hearing are available on major digital platform worldwide.
So before we get into the availability of the tracks and stuff like that, let's talk about the production side of things. You have worked with various producers over the years. Who would you say is your favorite producer?
Well, I don't want to use the term as a record producer. Recently, just since about 2019, I started to really vice producer. The first time I vice producer was in 2011. That was a label from Portugal named Terry Production. I do a song named Money I have to make for them from way back, and I read them name still there. That was the only time I vice a producer before 2019. I was always doing my own independent thing. But really and truly, I have my own label, GT International. Me as a man like to be a self-reliant man, like to fight back to independence for myself. I always try to compile something and try to get an idea out there for myself. So it was in 2019 when I discovered Twin Power. That is down how I decided I go and start one-on-one with some producer, and then I hook up DJ Japper. Later down 2019, and it's the General GT, I roll it for rhythm and so we can do something, and I start to vice for him. And then I start to vice for some other labels. I have some other songs now coming out soon for other labels from US and even here in Jamaica. You know? But I've always been doing work for myself.
So, within your productions itself, you have done a few collaborations. Who are some of those artists you have collaborated with?
Well, the first collab I done was with a gentleman named Pinky Bart. He go by the name Pinky Bart. His real name is Kobe Bryant. You know, the Jays, the group from Studio One. Go by the name Jays. They was a part of harmony of the production. That song titled Do You Remember? And the second collab I do now was with a gentleman from Uganda in 2020 again. Also, the producer in Mexico. Yeah. You know, that man I'm gonna know him. I'm gonna know the name of his name again. You know, the name slipped me right. And it's speaking. He's from Uganda too.
It's okay. Yeah.
You know, that is the second color. Then 2020. No, early this year, I got down from Canada, which is looking great. And I done a collab recently, the song called Mix Yet. The one particle that I from label. The label name Mula Movement. You know. So that song will be coming out, Charlie. You just talk to in the week that they're gonna mix the song. The production of. I even interviewed with something your camp who for club. Call him up him and check it out and see if he can get in his membership and get the distribution to it. And he's agreed. You know? Look, it's a feel good track, very nice track, and nobody's beat, you know. The rhythm is called.
You're breaking.
That's
You're breaking up a little. You're breaking up a little.
General touch. Some money man I go make me, I tell them that. Me tell them little by little man I go right to the top. Me touch the billboard, me want to achieve that. Go sit down and I cruise on the top 10 spot. The UK charts and me want have it lock. Germany and France chart, no joke about that. Me big tune a go and good when him gun fill up. Right you know the whole world a end that start too.
So with the various with the various artists that you have listed and have worked with, we have a question from Jimmy out of South Africa. He would like to know, do you have any specialty in terms of who you are doing collaborations with? You know, some artists, they would like, there are certain persons that, you know, they're very choosy in terms of who they collab with. What do you look for in terms of collaboration with another artist?
Well, there is some power in the business that I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping they're coming and get a lot of them. Man, I'm idol at Cup, you know. I always would like to do a collab with him.
With whom?
Whereas with another artist, I would love to do a collab with, you know. And the big man that everybody said that sound like, I don't know how that is going to happen, but nothing is important over the Dandada, you know.
Super cat.
The people, so them listen and like that it is that he's the man that sound like, so do what my artist are definitely. I mean.
Awesome. Well, as we talk about collaborative tracks, I am going to jump to J Harmony and yourself, who has the next track. We're going to come right back with some more questions as well.
Studio production.
All over the world, people don't listen keenly. More love we call for white and farmer. And more love we call for. We are spreading it in the world all over. Straight from Europe to Asia. And lock it to the whole of Africa. J Harmony sing.
It's not easy in this world right now.
Not easy at all.
There's no comfort. The future's looking dull. It's not easy when you see what's going on. Take a lot of faith to keep your head real strong. And everybody's talking about what's going on. Everybody's
A general GT alongside the singing bird J Harmony. All over the world, people don't listen keenly. More love we call for white and farmer. And more love we call for. We are spreading it in the world all over. Straight from Europe to Asia. And lock it to the whole of Africa. J Harmony sing.
It's not easy in this world right now.
Not easy at all.
There's no comfort. The future's looking dull. It's not easy when you see what's going on. Take a lot of faith to keep your head real strong. And everybody's talking about what's going on. Everybody's talking about what's going wrong. All has suspicions, lost respect for the systems. Now is the time to free your mind despite the distractions.
Them system approach it, the people like a dog. Send they get to you, them down in the mark. While on the street side, people hungry and a star. Babylon no have no love in them heart. Them design the system to kill out the people. Long time me know say them wicked and evil. Hey Babylon boy, you no man a talk to. But me telling all me people, we need
Love, love will bring us through. Love, I will be real with you, be you. Love will bring us through. Oh, love, love, I'll be real with you, be love. Love will bring us through. Oh, love, love will bring us through. Oh, love, love will bring us through. Love will bring us through.
come and say each and every one, so no feel it so kill it. We calling for more love in this society. Say young and old, you feel it so keenly. And listen to the voice of General JT. And this is my songbird, the one J Harmony. I preach out the roots and the culture. Babylon, they want to cheat me like a vulture. But we are fight the system, say all over. Singer,
Cause if you got life, you gotta give thanks.
we gotta give thanks and praise.
If you got life, you got another chance. Love will bring us through. Love will bring us through. Love will bring us through.
Them system approach it, the people like a dog. Send they get to you, them down in the mark. While on the street side, people hungry and a star. Babylon no have no love in them heart. Them design the system to kill out the people. Long time you know say them wicked and evil. Hey Babylon boy, you no man a talk to.
All right, we're going back, okay?
We need
Love, love will bring
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, listen. What happened? We aim to please, we do not disappoint. Listen, my board is lit. Lit when I tell you. My board is lit for this song. J Harmony featuring
Well, I'm
General
glad to hear
GT.
that, man. That's yeah, you know.
General GT, J Harmony, the justice to this song. I love it. I love it. And of course, before I jumped into the questions, we have various persons that are tuning in right now and checking out what's going on with this song and the interviews and just the one-on-one music review show. So, would like to big up Zimbabwe, Mugofai out of Zimbabwe. Would like to big up Ezekiel Gosen out of Nigeria. You guys, you know, Kirk, Dre,
Yeah, big up
Sandy.
that general, like, you know about General GT, you know, Ezekiel goes and big up yourself, man.
Let me tell you.
Salute, Reggie, you know.
Yes, well, this song is being requested. So, yes, this is J Harmony and General GT. General GT, tell me what it's like working with J Harmony.
Well, I want to tell you, you know, it's more than a joy for me because what I really get to know about J Harmony is I have to big up Jack Frank out of Atlanta, Georgia. This song came about through the system and the Clean song, you know. It was really a Friday night in 2020 late. The rhythm was being premiered in Atlanta, Georgia. So the title of the rhythm for the Gideon 5 songs is an EP by itself. So it's 5 songs on the rhythm. So that station, Memories Hometown Radio, decided to premiere the rhythm for us. It was while the rhythm being premiered and my song was being played. The last song on the rhythm they played that night. Yeah, man, it was in tune from Canada. Hear the rhythm, love my voice and love the song. He contacted the station after the song done and said, wow, where is that artist from? I like his voice and can I get a hook up with him. It was the station, hooked me up with Jay. So they gave me a number, touch base with her. He said she was interested in a collab. I said, with all pleasure, you know. So when I touched base with the producer now, he said, you know, I have a rhythm coming for your phone. I get the rhythm about 2 days after. I sent it to Jay. Within a week time, she called me and said, E.T., I have a song ready. I said, voice it sent to me. So I can hear J voice out the entire rhythm. So I have to pick up my engineer from Finland's Romanic, you know, because he really cut up the vocal for J and then now I fall in. It's a pleasure working with J. I think it's a very powerful song. That song come at the right time because the line that she's saying, it's not easy in this world right now.
Oh, it's not.
Right across the entire world is tribulation, as you can see. Judgment, on top of judgment.
That's right.
So it was so easy for me to fit in around the song. I don't write a line for the song. I just go in the studio, listen to what they say, and just meditate for my brain around the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are thinking about getting a video for the song very soon because the song is really going places. I can see it from my own point of view and also from her perspective. Everybody hear the song, love it because she is an artist that became live every Sunday from Canada. You know, she do her own virtual show and every Sunday that she sings the song, I can tell you, Facebook burn up whenever time to do this song. Yeah, man.
Well, quite interestingly, I was going to ask if there's a video in the works or if there's something that's out in terms of video. So that's awesome. I think it deserves a video as well. I really love the production. And you're saying that the producer on this track is someone from Mexico?
Yeah, man, but he's a Jamaican, you know? He's a Jamaican.
Oh, wow.
He's a Lion Sound Studio DJ Jaffa. He was a lead man for the Indica band back in the 90s in Jamaica. But the band split up and he took resident in Mexico and decided to call there his new home, you know? But he's originally from Jamaica, from St. Thomas, he's an East man.
Nice.
The same parish that Bushman and Natty King is from, you know?
Yes, yes. As we talk about trials and tribulations, you know, everywhere, and you're so correct. There's so much that's going on. I think COVID, you know, for myself, I think I pretty much summarize the COVID period as the reality period because we get to see when persons are pushed to the limit. We get to have that experience. We also get to see when the world is pushed to its limit, exactly what's happening right now. Has COVID affected your productions in terms of how you would get your music out or in terms of even going into the studio and working one-on-one with other artists as well?
Well, I don't, honestly, I'm gonna say really affect. I don't want to say affect my production and so to speak, because I'm not the artist that really touring yet some of the greats, you know.
Right.
But what I can say, it really let me look into myself and said, all right, now that I'm in this type of time, I'm trying to get in as much work out there because I know, from my perspective, I know that one day to come, the things will have to get back to normal where artists can fly. So I'm trying to get in as much work as I possibly can, as much song as possible out there, you know. So, because I said I am a type of artist who try to put in work for myself, and I don't stick out for money like some artists. Yeah. Getting work done, I've always been getting work done. You know, always been getting work done.
Nice. So what's in?
We have social media, which is a powerful medium. So I use that a lot, you know. I use that a lot to get my stuff out there.
Speaking of touring and stuff like that, if you had to, if someone had to offer you a tour right now, a country of your choice, what country would that be?
Well, you know, honestly speaking, the motherland always be number one on the list. You know, because from my youth growing up, I am a Pan-Africanist. You know, yeah, because I grew up doing a lot of reading about Nelson Mandela and those powerful man, Martin Luther King, with the black people there. So, definitely Africa and the smiling coast of Gambia, you know, is always on my mind. Want to reach there, step off the plane and say, yes, this is a dream come true, you know what I mean? Europe on another side, places like Germany, Italy and those places, you know, hoping one day it will manifest. The UK, USA, and anywhere the music can bring me. I'm not really putting up no borders because music is power and love. So once people love the music and they want me, I'm willing to go, you know what I mean? Our music, obviously, is going to break down barrier and it's a matter of time. You know, once it start to reach the right ears, it's going to manifest. Anywhere it leads me, you know, that GT will follow, you know?
Well, speak it into existence, I think, you know, speak it into existence and it will materialize over time, of course. So what does the listening audience have to look forward to for productions? Are you having productions for the rest of this year? Or where some artists, they're pretty much watching exactly what's going on in the world and releasing music because music is not being sold as it was before. More persons are streaming, and you do know, in terms of streaming, we are talking about 0.0000.
That's so true, but I mean,
yeah,
I'm not looking at the music not being sold. I'm trying to get my music out there, and that is my aim, you know. That is what I'm really all about. So I still have another 2 tracks to record before they're done and get them out there. And that is the reason why I said I use social media a lot, because my N1M page is an unlimited platform. You know, so once I have a song ready, I upload it there, and I know fans from all over the world will go in there and my page. My page is doing good there, very great online, you know. So 1 million plus view and listenership there, so it's going on fine, you know what I mean? And I using other social media platforms same way, sending out the song them to this jockey right across the globe and you name it.
So does the listening audience have to look forward to additional productions for this year, or are you saving your productions for 2022?
No saving. We have production that we're going to put a road before the year done, because one for like slice of the cake, now vote on those songs. We want to get them out before the year done. We are now at September, September, so as soon as I sign up your membership, that's where I'll be looking to get those songs out, you know. And a new material. I said I have a brand new collab just done about a month for Muller Movement label. That song will be dropping shortly. As soon as it mixed, it will come into road. Me and Master that, part of the Magnificent crew. So
Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So for the production itself, to our listening audience, please look out for General GT because he has new songs that will be coming out to you. Any collaborations as well?
well, I'm open for collaboration, and I'm thinking about putting as much collab as I can. Because one of the things that I've been doing now, I've been trying to hook up with some pop artists through the N1M profile to see if I can get some collabs to make a foothold in the US market, in the pop market as well, I've been reaching out to people and people is trying to reach out to me. So there is something coming in the pipeline soon, I've been looking up to hook up some big groups in N1M. So of course, collab is going to come about.
Quite interesting.
And from African artists and other artists right across the globe.
Quite
I have one line up
interesting.
now with a Trinidadian artist soon.
Who is that? Oh, you don't want to tell us yet? The Trinidadian
Yeah, I
artist?
don't want to disclose it yet. One is in the mix right now with a Trinidadian female, you know what I mean?
I was going to say quite interesting as we talk about getting towards the holidays. What's the big thing, and I don't think a lot of artists realize it, is how big the industry is and the film world as it pertains to Christmas carols and, Christmas recording. So to my listening audience, you might want to think if you could come up with a Christmas song, and the film industry, they go crazy over, the sync industry goes crazy over Christmas carols and songs as well. Do you have any Christmas songs?
Well, I
GT?
like what you mentioned about the Christmas carol. I want to let people know. Go on N1M Music, #1music.com, General GT. We have an EP there. It's a full Christmas carol overall.
Nice.
And we are thinking about getting released in 254 for the Christmas holiday as well. So people can look out for it,
What's the name of the album?
Most of the songs, we don't give it a name yet, but it was a young female group by the name of Angel Light. So it's not. I'm not an artist on the voice thing.
Okay.
But it was a production between me and Twin Power that was done a couple years ago. So we're gonna release it for this year officially.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very lovely carol.
So, we're going to run your Time I Run Red song. Can you tell our listening audience about the song before I get into playing it for them?
Well, Time I Run Red was a song that's written way back in the early 2000s, When I record that song was recorded back in 2006. Very long time,
Mm-hmm.
Them time, honestly, there was a lot of shedding on our land here in Jamaica, Kingston City, right across the 14th Fight. Kingston City are the capital. That's where you have the more people who lose their life violently. So I look around and say, boy, I have to do something about it. And that was my contribution. Time around with us just came about, and I drop it.
Awesome. Well, let me get into the song, and we're going to come and wrap up this interview, okay?
Sure, Empress.
Well, this one goes out to all the murder and slaughter of them, Stop take people life too nice, man. Life is more than $1 billion thing, yo. Reaching out to all in the city, yo. Youth from jungle, youth from garden, youth from Rima Backbush, back to Huntsville Lane, Spanish Town, Mobile, Pienland, Nannyville, Augustown and 2 Mile. I want to second down for a while, man. A GT again, man, here we set to them now. Time around where too much people are dead. Time around where too much people are dead. We don't know how next I gonna lose them head. We don't know how next I go lose them head. Time a run red, too much people are dead. Time a run red, too much people are dead. We don't know how next I go lose them head. We don't know how next I go lose them head. Say down inna the ghetto, Rasta know it no nice. The inner city youth and the whole heap of vibes every day. Another one lose them life. It's hard to believe on the politics them a fight. A drugs and gun and turf war them a fight. It a make a lot of them a lose them life. Say down inna the ghetto things are run red. Are just innocent people. Me see a dead politician, me a beg no become clean. No issue the youths them with no more machine. No 4-5 matic, no M16. The AK where them like, and the whole of them team. Time a run red, too much people are dead. Time a run red, too much people are dead. We don't know how next I go lose them head. We don't know how next I go lose them head. Time a run red, too much people are dead. Time a run red, too much people are dead. We don't know how next I go lose them head. We don't know how next I go lose them head. It well jet. It well check, me don't come me need cheat, no stop beg why? Come say rude boy, show some pity. Uno no see, uno a walk too dirty. Every day uno get up, and want make up it. Uno fi stop it, uno fi stop it. Uno a move too real chill happy cause me say no war nah go on like down.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, talk about a momentous song. That is what Time I Run Red is all about. Again, another song that spits reality about what's going on, whether it be in Jamaica or whether it be in other countries. It's like a revelation time, so to speak. So, General GT, this song "Time I Run Red." What is what is the audience or the listening audience has to give in terms of this song? Are you hearing persons coming back to you and saying, "Yes, thanks for this song"?
Yeah, man, quite a few people, a lot of people. I get a lot of feedback from the international community via N1M. People say, boy, the song is powerful, they feel the song, and I must continue to do what I'm doing because I'm writing down some real good line,
Yeah.
And people send to me, say, look, don't come off of your journey, because you're on a journey. Just stay pure and continue to do it.
Well,
A lot of feedback about it.
They say, when we talk about reality music and people is able to listen to those music and put it in perspective, that is what this song is all about. Again, crime and violence just everywhere. It is, again, it's like revelation time in terms of what's going on worldwide, from COVID to wars to killing, all of this. To our listening audience, when you have a chance, please check out Time I Run Red. General GT, we do have to wrap up this interview. It's a pleasure having you in this space and having, shared the music with us and your music experience. Do you have any shout outs to our listening audience?
Yeah, man, I have a shout out all of my fans worldwide, East, West, North, and South. From the 5 continents worldwide, General GT, artists of people is from all over the world. So, shout out all of my fans, Shout out to all of the disc jockeys, all of the sound man, everybody we are giving me strength musically. Shout out to Speaker.com and your Empress Rose, You go all of the Vineyard Music crew, the Magnificent crew, and the Mola Movements crew, the Twin Power Production crew. Yeah, so. Righteous Family Movement crew out of US and yard, So it's just love, It's just love, and General GT just here to give the people them real good music, because everybody can't depend on the same journey. You understand? Everybody can't depend on the same thing, so we're upon a different path from enough man. Understand? So that is my mission, to keep the thing clean, keep the thing real, because I will say it'll get redder and redder in a Babylon, so you have to turn up strong and help enlighten the people them musically, I make them know say right now when I have to stay tuned and look out for it. A dangerous time ahead, so I'm going good music shall prevail and last.
Yes. I love it. So your songs can be found across various digital platforms or major digital platforms, is that correct?
Yeah, man, major digital platforms, And also, people can find me. YouTube, you know, Facebook. If you go on my Instagram, it's easy to contact me. General GT Music. That's my IG. You know, you can find me at General GT1 on Twitter. On Facebook, it's Ekristan Barnes, aka General GT. And General GT Music, because I have more than one Facebook account. You know, I also have my Facebook group, which is Magnificent Promotion Culture and Reggae Group. You know, N1N page, number1music.com, General GT. And I used to find on YouTube. You just go on YouTube and search GT International Record General GT, and I think just jump up. So it's easy to find me.
Nice, nice, nice. So, to our listening audience, you heard, go check out General GT.
And every platform that you go on, you will see my email there to reach me. You will see email to reach me and contact number. That's how my thing set up overall.
Nice, nice. It's actually, it's been a pleasure having you here. I know, I guess within the number of years you have reached out for an interview. It's finally here, and I'm grateful it is that you came through, and to go through the different tracks and for the world to hear exactly what it is that you are giving them in terms of your music as well.
And it's a pleasure for you having me. Thanks much, well appreciated. Well appreciated. It's really timely, coming at timely, man, and I appreciate it so much. Blessings to you as Empress Rose and your team,
Yeah, man. Yes. To our listening audience, General GT, I am going to play J Harmony featuring General GT going out the gate. And I'm going to be giving away 5 copies. So for persons who would like J Harmony, General GT, please hit me up. And I'm going to be gifting 5 copies of the song. Thanks, General GT. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Empress Rose.
No worries.
Go good.
All over the world, people don't listen keenly.
Get popularized and who the world is not hearing. The idea to enlighten us. So. Thumbs up to you again. We appreciate you. Love.
Thank you. And to all the producers and the promoters out there that are listening, you are welcome to reach out to these artists as well and try and include them on your roster as well, okay? Because that's what this show is all about. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Of course, anytime.
Take a lot of faith to keep your head real strong, and everybody's talking about what's going on. Everybody's talking about what's going wrong. All had suspicions, lost respect for the systems. Now is the time to free your mind and find the distractions.
Them system approach it, the people like a dog. Send they get to you, them down in the mug. While on the street side, people hungry and a star Babylon, no have no love in them heart. Them design the system to kill out the people. Long time I know say them wicked and evil. Hey Babylon boy, you no man I talk to. But me telling all my people, we need
love will bring us through. Love, I will be real, will you be you? Love will bring us through. Oh, love, I'll be real, will you be love? Love will bring us through. Oh, love will bring us through. Oh, love will bring us through. Love will bring us through.
Come and say each and every one, son of Phyllis O'Keely. We calling for more love in the society. Say young and old, you Phyllis O'Keely.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, I thank, everyone for tuning in. But don't go anywhere because you know what? We have Gaza Kim, who is coming up on top of the hour as well, okay? So go nowhere. And just to let you guys know as well that it is a pleasure having KP Illest out of Namibia. And here it is, we have General GT out of Jamaica. Again, You're listening to the One-on-One Music Review Show, where it is that we aim to please, we do not disappoint. For this song that's playing in the background, J Harmony and General GT is up. Please reach out to me. I will be giving away 5 copies. And if you would like to purchase the song, it is on all major platforms, as you know, General GT has pointed out to you, and do follow him across his social media platforms. You can look out for him as General GT or Eggleston Barnes. Okay, we're going to take this out from the top, and then I'm going to return on top of the hour with Gaza Kim.
Love, I'll be real, will you be?
Alliance Sound Studio Production.
General GT alongside the singing bird Germany. All over the world, people know this keenly. More love we are called for white and farmer. And more love we are called for. We are spreading it in the world all over. Straight from Europe to Asia. And lock it to the whole of Africa. J Harmony sing.
It's not easy in this world right now.
Not easy at all.
There's no comfort. The future's looking dull. It's not easy when you see what's going on. Take a lot of faith to keep your head real strong. And everybody's talking about what's going on. Everybody's talking about what's going wrong. All has suspicions, lost respect for the systems. Now is the time to free your mind despite the distractions.
Them system a fraud, cheat the people like a dog. Send they get to you, them down in a the mark. While on the street side, people hungry and a star. Babylon no have no love in a them heart. Them design the system to kill out the people. Long time me know say them wicked and evil. Hey Babylon boy, you no man a talk to. But me telling all me people, we need
love. Love will bring us through. Love, I will be real, will you be you? Love will bring us through. Oh, love, love, I'll be real, will you be love? Love will bring us through. Oh, love, love will bring us through. Oh, love, love will bring us through. Love will bring us through.
Come we say each and every one, so no feel it so killing. We calling for more love in the society. Say young and old, you feel it so keenly. And listen to the voice of General GT. And this is my songbird, the one J Harmony. I preach out the roots and the culture. Babylon, they want to cheat me like a vulture. But we are fight the system, say all over. Singer,
Cause if you got life, you gotta give thanks.
we gotta give thanks and praise.
If you got life, you got another chance. Love will bring us through. Love will bring us through. Love will bring us through.
Them system a fraud, cheat the people like a dog. Send they get to you, them down in a the mark. While on the street side, people hungry and a star. Babylon no have no love in a them heart. Them design the system to kill out the people. Long time you know say them wicked and evil. Hey Babylon boy, you no man a talk to. But me telling all me people, we need
Love,